Hey, how are you guys doing? How are things over there? No, there we go. Well, how are things going? I don't think anyone is here yet, so I don't worry. It will be kind of like yesterday. I mostly will be yapping for myself. I do feel bad about it, but okay, it's okay. Anyways, how are you guys doing? I'm starting with this game. I found like at the bottom. I wanted to check it. I don't like the art style, but it's a mystery game, so I will give it whatever type of. Can I use no directly setting? It's episodic, which is okay, but I can play the first episode for free. Let's see how long they are. Rain sizzles off the neon above me. The summer showers creates a noted uptick in the flickering of holograms down the street, the slight blunting of the night ambient, emphasis on slight. Lights, cameras, and constant noise. Physically got insomnia, with the uneven heart rate improving. There's no escaping the constant nervousness and control, but then plenty of humility. It's a wheel of worries resting on the surface while I hold my breath deep below. They say that microdose of nightlife anxiety suits my mood just fine, because if I'm not careful, a client of mine is gonna die in jail. It's hard to get away with murder these days. People are still presumed innocent at least on paper, but by the time they're in cuffs, there's hardly any shadows on a doubt left. Because this whole world is split up, mapped out, never unknown and always online. Whether it's incandescent or neon or follow whatever, it's LCD LED across the nearest phone street. There's a light shine on every last pixel of the map, and someone's always watching. Solitude is a rarity, anonymity is scarce, and criminal defense attorneys aren't exactly flush with customers. So you take whatever clients you can get. You don't balk at a public defense award, no matter the hour. And should you find yourself in one of the last dark white corners left in the whole world, well, smoke him if you got him. Not that there's much else I can do until my phone. Counselor, your public defender contract has been approved. You're expected at the 250th pressing your ID at the door to enter. Arrive at least 15 minutes early. I'll try. Looks like the paperwork came through. It's nearly a quarter past 2 now. 90 minutes since I took the job. Probably makes it about 2 hours since they finally got smart enough to ask for a lawyer. If they're really smart, they'll have used the time to get some rest. Because now that I'm here, things are going to get busy. It shall appear. Let's have the tutorials because I don't know what they're doing. What they will be doing. Pressing 200. Wow, this place looks like a dump. It's a goddamn ghost town. With nothing but a hologram for a welcoming guest. You're about a homicide. I couldn't. I think I treat it with a little more gravity. Oh, auto. Like that. How do I an auto is? Um, if you're flat broke, no one will give shit what you have to say. So let's see if I can poke around and shake some things. The medium crackled in the corner. Looks bad, but my phone made of the same stuff, and I'm rolling the dice every time it falls off the cell phone. Could probably null the warranty on one of these things that allows it. But it's not broken. Probably even if it's this hour is still difficult scrolling through the notifications. Looks like the usual 1-1 ratio of a public health alerts. And if it's in pop culture trivia, you always get served at the table. But there's a few missing persons too. 1 year of silver plan covers courtesy of Cat sales the reward of any. Silver's such no joke. Family must be getting desperate. An actual police lineup. It's like I walked into a museum. Though museums seem to feel expensive, clean, dusty, forgotten, probably lots of unpacked boxes. Homicide department more like an attic. Hard to believe they were ever so busy that they had witnessed midnight in the lobby. Then again, it's hard to believe they were ever going to do Linus in the first place. Are you certain? Wasn't it dark? Did you know that during dramatic events memory information is blah blah blah? Poking holes in the last setup must have been like shooting fish in a barrel, and all during the billiards hours. There's no room to doubt anymore. Not even a modern witness can just submit their testimony as a video recording. Assuming their phone didn't automatically file a police report for them. High traffic hallways return furnishing multiple screen spaces. Pragmatic vertex, so desperately could teach a freshman level architecture. Can almost hear the building drone and on about the concrete and iron at a right angle. Civil planning equivalent of battles. From a fight won so long ago that they are starting to look ridiculous. I'm sure it was all very impressive back when it was built. But walking in here now, frame rates where they are, look like hospitals, or for heavy-handed. A data pad? I'll buy it. Even when there are more advertisements and articles, they can still be informative. In a flowery, roundabout, corporate propaganda sort of. Subway fixed act, easy to refocus on canopy. Current the subway tunnels to be irreparably flooded, city engineers announced this week that all plans to drain and repair the system were being suspended indefinitely. Saltwater damage to sensitive electronic cabling and erosion of key tunnel fixtures were cited as a reason for when 89% of the service was evaluated as critical compromise. Or worse, civil engineering efforts will be focused on maintenance and expansion of the hybrid super infrastructure system that waves through the trams, highway walkways, and skyways to the canopy, high above the streets. Balls of them, putting the paywall there, as if they reached my wallet having to read a word of like aesthetic. So I got the gist of it. The takeaway is that the city will be focused on first on canopy. Choose the proper takeaway after reading the article. Every increasing security around them. None of them would appreciate. Alright. Time to check. It put it up fine. So far, so good. Good morning. Morgan here for the public defendant contract. Could you please provide your name and. Great, please stand still for a moment. We'll call it Call of Charm. More like Charm. But that's probably what the designers were aiming for. People don't mind a quick or two in their text, so as long as they never speak out of turn. I'm sorry, but I haven't tried places. Could you please provide your name and date of birth? So far, so good. So was it? Why don't you scan my ID? Great. Now could you just confirm your date of birth for me? I didn't even bother. To a world-class aircraft ticket. Sorry, my birthday is Uh, don't know, would you like to try again? Fuck. December 26th. Right, still have a Vegas. Would you like to take your proposal? Would you send the proper review, wouldn't it? Sure, but I'm not equipped to make judgments about the theater. But you're about to say it's only theater? No, I must have misspoken. What it meant to say was that my birthday is December 26th. Perfect. Good morning, Morgan Counselor. Thank you for your timely arrival and for taking on the public defender contract. If you're ready to speak to your client, you can proceed to counsel the quarter 3. Is that what we're calling it now? You mean the interrogation room? I'm sure to have custody in the country. My vocabulary is regularly updated better reflects the standard. Don't study. You can keep track of every new funny thing you heard. We'll call it involuntary wellness check if they like. Doesn't change the way it makes the person feel. Sitting as people box for a one-way panel. Nothing to see but their own reflection fully warped across the gun metal wall. Morgan Counselor, can I help you with anything else? Yeah, what is fair? Automated dependents do not take breaks from the customer. Then what are you doing before I walk in? You find the customer quarter faster? You're the right thing. Ads don't get breaks. They don't get me my jokes. But it's usually the humorless steps that are most fun with the. I think my controller is kind of not working. Ice gone bad or something? A voice. No, voice is coming down the hall. Prior to yours, probably. Thank God I stopped it for directions. A building is empty, less could have she told me to follow the echoes. One voice sounds older, rougher, and slightly low voice. Appreciate you, caring about me. God forbid I try to be serious. While the other rings with youthful indignation. It's not like our joy is important or anything. The final and at this hour, they might be the only two living, breathing people in the whole company. Because why else would you bother to print all that out? One document or 100 looks the same on a database. Anytime you question a suspect, you need to have a heavy file in hand. Makes them think you know them better than their priest, their mother, and their big brother. I wasn't gonna say that. But how many of these sheets were blank then? No red carpet to night officers? Oh, sorry about that, ma'am. We don't keep many extra hands around these hours. Probably faster to let the desk handle intake anyway, but mostly cheaper. You're the lawyer? I am. Morgan Esquire, pleased to meet you. Same here, Counselor. Quasim London. And the ball of sunshine here is my partner, Farah Resha. Ball of sunshine? She certainly is. Huh? Sorry if you were kept waiting. Chatter between the departments has been hectic all night. No trouble. Give me time to enjoy my cigarette. Cigarette? Like tobacco. What are you, 80? I can be more than a few years younger than me. Ahem. We are the detectives in charge of this particular case. And looks like tonight we're also your humble guides to the illustrious homicide department. Apologies in advance for any coverage. Pretty sure I've seen this conductor around the courthouse before. He never struck me as more than just an old timer. But I suppose being an old timer is an accomplishment in and of itself in this profession. Sunshine is definitely a new face though, rigid in her postures and her attitude. 3 in the morning and her shirt looks like iron. Shortly promoted, maybe. You hold detective, working at these hours? Sounds serious. Unless you were just the first to arrive on the scene? No, no, we're not nearly that timely. Jennifer responded on the emergency call within a few minutes. Calls plural. Must have been quite the commotion. Look around you. You think we are the first to arrive to anything? It's not wrong. We were only tapped after symptoms that the scene indicated involvement with an ongoing investigation. Or ongoing investigation. Not very subtle, is she? But I may as well bite at this point. So you suspect that the client of mine is involved in some separate crime activity. Wait, did you they really not? No, I guess they wouldn't put it in a police defender's briefing. Look, considering this a little professional courtesy, a fair warning, yeah? That's the third big killer in the room, and we got the bastard dead to right. So if you're kind, you'll help him plead it out, and if you're smart, you'll pass the shitstorm on to some other night owl and go back to bed. I'm not feeling particularly kind or smart at the moment. So perhaps in the meantime, you'd be so polite as to fill me in about the heartbreaker killer. The cover tells that the rock you live under. Is there a problem? You're seriously not familiar with the HK? Never heard of him. I heard enough of him for a lifetime. Oh, the name has been plastered all over the city for weeks. Their crimes wavering between breaking news and urban legend. Their presumed goal keeps popping from unaltered anarchy to unappreciated vigilante. Street corners in the media, on the net, everyone's indulging in the exact kind of armchair detective speculation that I can't stand. But right now, I need to figure out exactly how much the police do or don't know. When it comes to cops, I always get better results playing dumb than I do acting smart. I think it is a repeat offender. What's the killer part that tipped you off? You must have at least heard of his MO. Media has gone crazy with it, along with everyone else. One bullet straight to the heart, body left to die where it is. Isn't a big heartbreak? It's exactly creative, but at least the source of every other 100 word article out there catching us from original. What you won't read about online is that all six HK's victims were shot by the same gun, without even needing to reload. Horrible to say, I know, but 6 for 6? Pretty good shooting, isn't it? Hitting the bullseye at shooting range is good shooting. Doing this 6 times in a row is great. But shooting 6 people with accuracy like that? Whole different beast. It takes a certain kind of monster, a real freak. Most probably didn't even rise. I sounds robotic. Don't make it sound like a machine. Is it possible that no, no. There's no such thing as a killer robot, madam. Of course, my mistake. So all those under marching in the military, those robots patrolling the police, loading force, those drones dropping firearms from the sky, I guess they're all firing blanks. Fair enough. Machines can kill, and they have been for decades. But they don't commit murder. Right. Evil like Heartbreak is all organic. That's pretty terrifying though. I should really start paying more attention to the news. How I managed to miss 6 murders? Well, you can only blame yourself for missing 5. Pardon? You're still not getting it. HK's 6 victim was found a few hours ago, when we caught the son of a bitch red-handed. So you're convinced this my client is the heartbreak killer, and tonight was just his last crime. That's a serious accusation with a very serious consequence. I think you have a serious evidence to back that up. I've been being literal, counselor. Red-handed. When we found your client, he was pouring in her blood. Well, that's not good, is it? What you say certainly sounds compelling. That lower talk for open and shut. But even if the case, how does one crime scene make him look good for 6 murders? Filter in the discovery file, and the arcs, of course. Run the local net on your phone and you will return everything you need. I'll bet. Time for that, detective. I'll be sure to read it over. But if it's all the same, could I ask you to some question while I got you here? The hell some kind of attorney wants to interrogate the detective? What kind of attorney? You're just that pleasant. Man, I love her. She's such a bitch. Come on, sunshine. Not like we're gonna be punching out anytime soon, right? Whatever, let's your clients to in the interrogation all night for all I care. Interro, you mean the consulate quarters? We're at your disposal, counselor. Dozen novel landers received warm welcome. The bolster of strong earnings report that surging sales in the Anima 16. Noble electronic stock rose standing 3% this week, a new record high, while Noble last iteration has yet to breath the sheer popularity of its predecessor and increase the profit margin. Many investors were skeptical when their now famous 2084 trade convention Noble announced that the 16 line will be the first generation of finders to feature over 50% organic components. Oh. The color warm unders with its at the time so demanding health, senior, and childcare sector were looking upon as impractical due to increasing maintenance costs, cuts, scratching, and increasing in the leg. While some critics voiced concern with the fringe traditions of the traditionalist group, might find controversial, more business-focused mind feared that Noble was eliminating its customer in the industrial and military sector. In order to credit civilians, consumers, users that viewed their orders from across the room and not from above the factory floors. However, as often been able to case in the last decade, Noble's developers were proven wrong. The Aminama 16 poised to break profitability records with no sense of slowing down. Described by the earning report, much of the 16th line's success and indeed the success of Noble's and return can be attributed to the remarkable lifelike personal charm of their products, and by all accounts, the charm can be attributed to the work of Noble and famed lead programmer Dr. David Asher. Wow. Hey fam, look like you're not logged into this device. Wanna catch up with your account info? Keep your reading? This is the news segment. No one can speak without landing on a piece of novel text these days. Especially nowhere states involved. Not if they're biting when it comes to warm unders though, for government surety is just too frail. All the undergo wear and tear, especially the direct traffic crowd. If the warm unders bleed pink all over themselves every time they take a road to the ship, there's an endless stream of bad photo ops waiting to happen. Those were finance aircon systems that probably sweats more than the post supposed to pull. No room in the budget for making a don't look like a thief, huh? I got a lot to find about side in the homicide. They didn't think the operation would be this terrible. They got us some stunning clearance rate and they work fast. But this is that assumed their job is easy. Assuming their job is easy. What with our dear and doting surveillance state and them so much of the food work? But if your wheels don't quit, you don't get your phones free. The company ends up the only state department with shrinking budget. Dumping round of the police force most unambitious and least popular. Shouldn't be cleaning up so much as to call me that everyone landlord. No one really needs to curious to guide to a felon system, or even stop. Prefer documents scattered about lately, I will say an actual photograph. Either he's really old fashioned or really paranoid about that. He doesn't look like the paranoid type. But ordering aside, some things are better paper alchemy than that. Burn stark and invite. This must be restless. Keep your desk neat and tidy is a marvel, but I can't spot a single mode of personalization. Is she so new that she hasn't had time to unpack, or is she really that uptight for it? Both. Okay, nothing else jumps around here. I got a better idea of what I'm dealing with. I need to check out the crime scene. You need to replace the nerd computer. Am I talking to a person? I'm an automated dependent. Ads are usually more polite. Our personages are there to fit our user's preference. So this is like you to be a little authoritarian. You need to replay with C. It's cases. Thank you. Alright, if I project from my phone, alright, let's see what the police have, what they think is important. It's not a mirror shutter and knocked over. Real glass, no screens or cameras here. It was hit hard. Hard enough to come attached from the arm. Parts of glass were scattered far enough to land on the victim's body. What a mess. The victim's body. Cause of death? Ballistic trauma. Class 4 blood loss. At 3 an hour. Single gunshot wound on the heart in brief, that was instantaneous. No injuries anywhere else. And no blood or skin underneath. Blood splatter, for instance, and all the other good stuff told them that he was shot from there. So the killer was standing in the doorway when they were fired. Where the weapon were found right next to the body. 6 applications found in each of the 6 chambers, meaning the gun be first. Like the crime scene, that practically disassembled the damn thing. But all they found were fingerprints belonging to my client. So he was found by the police with the murder weapon right in front of the body. I don't even know where to start with highly prejudicial. Prejudicial would be an understatement. Seems like a vase got tossed aside at this point. And yet there's not a scratch. It must be pretty damn durable. The art's supposed to be delicate, maybe it's making a statement. That's all big ticket tonight. What about the security? Like the apartment was unlocked all night. It's not uncommon for people to rage in a neighborhood like this. But no 6th entry only hurts my client's case. What about the rest of the room? There's not much else but here. The lawn chair that got thrown down, whatever this is. And the ceramic debris. Black is irrelevant. That's their technical assessment. Guess even crime scene techs weren't sure what to make of it. Okay, that's everything that the police highlighted. Oh. There's something here, but I can't. There's something that can hang. What the hell did? It's just a pill organizer. It's like the main immune adjuster NS8 and Ciprexon. Synthetic glucocorticoid medication. It's an address rejection symptoms like phantom pain and generalized. As I said that her talk screen was clear, but it's not like it matters. It could have swallowed every medication cabinet, the system still wouldn't change the cause of death. So, but ultimately irrelevant. Not one place of DNA fruit comes, nothing that points towards anyone except my client. Well, I have done more with less, but not much more. I'm really gonna have to sing for my supper this time. Better get started. Who the hell's measuring me at this time of night? First person who comes to mind is, well, it could be something important. Brad. Brad! I could wait until morning. Good news, of course. Got a job for you. That's a pretty sure way to tell me you're late for parole. No, no, not that kind of job. Guys, I've been covering my tracks. This is something different. Kind of things I can't handle with my current efficiency. I need you to sue my gym teacher. Not that kind of lawyer, sorry. Hey, at least let me finish. What did they do? Make me run laps. Not illegal. Let me finish. They made me run laps. Even though I said I had a stomach. Not safe. Could have been like, youth enlargement. The trade indifference or some kind of shit. Not like have already got a strong case. Very self-represented this time. What up with the blow off? Nice phrasing. Oh wow, I'm laughing so hard right now. Is that your mugshot? I wasn't gonna not get a copy of my mugshot and use it as a reaction. Glad you found a use case. But I'm working right now, so anything cool? Homicide. Oh, cringe. Wait, what kind of homicide? Is it crib breaks? Is that the kind of morbid thing kids your age talk about? Seems my age. And yeah, we can read. Compared to the corrupt shit in the headlines, all function murders like 30 Bs is like quaint. Not heartbreak. Like, why did you take the job? You see the 98% completion rate as a challenge or something? You taking up a lost cause pro now's work? It's pro bono. That was autocorrect. Pro bono. Oh, I see. You know that they give late homework for a reason, right? This borderline concern nagging. Maybe you really are a believing heart. Or just a sucker. I'm not a sucker. Nice phrasing. You should go to bed, Fran. Tomorrow's Sunday, I can stay up if I want. Tomorrow is Sunday. Because today is Saturday. What with the carpe diem shit? It's only 4 a.m., kid. You got to school in like 3 hours. Oh, shit! The governor may be good for business, but that feels bad for my blood pressure. Important text message. That's your typical teenage drama. So then, if you wouldn't mind filing me in a few details. How about the basics? What exactly was my client being charged with? The client Carlos Baker Plus was arrested on the scene on the 9th of February. This is his middle name already. I really do think he's a serial killer. The charge being the first degree murder of a girl, Miss Diane Dawn. First degree, that's increasingly rare, to say the least. It's rare for us to get handled anything but crimes of passion around here. You got a damn near more cameras than people. You're gonna be really, really stupid to try and get away with murder. Well, Herbert's gotten away with it 6 times. So what that makes him 5 times, and that makes him insane. I was gonna say extraordinary. Let's be different and say he's extraordinarily insane. But not just like they are renowned for their ability to think ahead. So what makes you think he was premeditated? How about the fact that he stalked and killed 5 other women as a warm-up? As a warm-up, five previous victims. None of them knew each other, lived near each other, worked in the same field. Weeks of digital autopsies coming up and down their length. Nothing. This serial killer kills his victims at random. They have nothing in common. Yeah, nothing in common at all. Other than that they all look like cousins. Huh? Those nerds are striking. All 5 of your victims were young women with brown hair, eyes, about the same height, comparable weight. Well, those two aren't exactly in common. Could it be a coincidence? If you really believe that, you should quit your job and start buying lotus. Each got himself a type, anyone can see it. You're really gonna try and tell me you don't see the resemblance? Young woman, brown hair, brown eyes. Can't tell how tall she is from the photo. I can't think. Do you think that what exactly? That Carlos Platt wanted to kill his girlfriend so badly that he went up and shot 5 other women first? Hey, if the shoe fits, then you put the shoe on the. What social means is it's not uncommon for the killer to displace their violence from people close to them until outlets with clear consequences. Crypto loner stranger world. He was probably building up the nerve tonight by first practicing on this other similar woman. Or he's just so far gone that he can't tell the difference anymore. It's not the core worst year in the world, but it doesn't fit. They want to change this previously were practice runs dress re- rehearsal for tonight's main event. But if that was the case, there'd be times of hesitation, nerves. There'd been mistakes. On top of which guns are impersonal. That's even more. There's no sadism or hatred or intimacy in a single bullet in the heart. Killing your girlfriend or her lookalike, simply, if nothing else, a lot less sterile. You ask me, the time of death was 9 p.m. without tossing, but do you have the timeline for the rest of the night plan? Don't trust much of what comes out of his mouth, but we have managed thanks to the left eye's bias source. We're pretty confident about what we have been able to piece together from their statements. They interviewed the witness. Sounds very similar to a real police force. His husband and his girlfriend were arguing loudly one another starting 8 p.m. Neighbors were very clear about that point. Couldn't wait to tell us all about the happy couple domestic problems. Everyone in the building knew that the two fighting for. As you probably gathered from what you saw in the arc, there was a struggle. Furniture turned over, glass shattered, but things got quiet sometimes before 9 p.m. And then there was the catch. Scrubbers are still scrubbing, looking for audio from the area to get the timestamp. But heard from enough concern to be downstairs about the time. Right, emergency service got burst of calls from block shortly after 9 p.m. No one seems to recognize the tone of what it was, but the student at school was freaking universally alarmed. Officer arrived on the street at 9:08 p.m. Established a perimeter, entered through the open front door at 9:10, and then they find your plan crouched over the dead girlfriend hand covered in turbans. At which point they moved to secure the scene and decided, sorry, did you say his hands blur? Your client modestly reneged right down. How much are we talking about here? Is this basis for the stir manipulated at class 4 kPa? Kilopascals? Yes. Which means a minimum grip strength of, well, basically, you could crush your neck without even reaching your teeth. Considering a career change? No, it's not that. It's that the ride must have been very simple for you to put the patch back on each time. And here I thought you just had a 14-year-old sense of fashion. You think a cop would cover up her dominant eye because it was fashionable? Everyone did the same thing the first time we met. You what? But getting back on track, the arms of this has been shuffled for some time now. It can't work without money got done. The Ardian? Yeah, when did he put his arm in for repair? 8 days before 8 days first victim was killed. Well, not just we wouldn't chalk it up to the point. Glenn was arrested on the scene after a preliminary scan found the fingerprints of the revolver. And no one else. A revolver, what kind? An old kind, the real old kind. More specifically, a Claver M54, 6-chamber 10mm. Claver, alright. You don't know the half of it. We're talking steel chamber, real gunpowder, mechanical firing pills. And no tax. No tax? How is that? How lot are we talking about? Yeah, 24/7 location data timestamp and finger pulse sent bullets to order by our men. For those past the tax have made crash very unambiguous. Are you claiming my client used some kind of antique to commit these crimes? What do you think he'd have gotten away with his 5 other times? If he tried to buy a gun legit, he'd probably failed the very first sight. And even jailbroken pieces are only good for so long before update withdrawals sets in. Then M54 that model year 24. 30-year-old gun. What a sure complicated thing, doesn't it? In some way. But predictable firearms are rare. There would be less than 1,000 of them left in the whole world, and a few are still compatible bullets. The machine wouldn't have be over 30 years old too. The novelty of this gun weapon has kept us in the dark so far, but now that we have our hands on it, it's gonna put him away from bullets. Actually, the department complains loud as hell about the way they had to do it. But with the protocols they found that the techs were able to match the rifling marks on all 6 bullets on the gun your friend was holding. Rifling gun. Bullets fired from the gun that are rolled are marked by their barrel shape. So if all 6 bullets had the same rifle mark, we know they were all fired by the same gun. Not as plug and play as tags are, but equally precise science actually. And if that's not damning enough, the spent casings from the other 5 shootings were still in the chamber, without even needing to reload. The clever your plane was found with is the gun AK used to kill 6 women. No way the lawyer around that. An untagged gun just being anywhere near a weapon like that could warrant your arrest. Being found by the police over a dead body with an untagged gun used that 5 other crime scene is summarized and evidently my claim both verbally and physically play with his girlfriend, and then he retrieved a weapon and shot her. Yeah, that's pretty much. Like, look, killed him. That was his effect. A quiet, sad, deep, still the picture of a dream party. The reaction may have lost in points with thought, but beyond that, people react to losing all kinds of mental way. And so long the police are suspicious of you, there's no right way to do it. Check on my phone here, and I have to say, you've done a pretty admirable job picking just specific frames as I don't have a picture of him yet. Be positive. Wait, because there's no wait. That's resistant wait? Yes. Ugh, there's a lot to solve, bro. There's a lot of information. I like that. Anyways, the top 11 theories on who court HK was a real weighty threat. But it's not just journalists though, all kinds have been involved. The freaks that HK managed to bring out of the woodwork inside a few weeks. Can you blame them though? I mean, he's a genuine serial killer. Repeat offenders in general are an endangered species, but he's gotten away with. We know what he's gonna get away with. Take a look around us, detective. Each one the near robust enough to keep never goes cold. Cameras on every street and phones on every citizen. Violent crimes at an all-time low and clearance rates at an all-time high. But you gotta suppose some old Paul bullshit about the invasion of privacy? No, I'm not. People are safer now than any other time in history. So when someone like Herbert does come along, good point. London is trying to look like it can lap it up, but pressure from the higher ups must be reaching its peaks. They want, maybe they need, someone charged. That makes them predictable. Yeah, well, even if there's nothing standard about HK, the permanent SOP still detects we starve the media of the case details. That way we do feed them. They're grateful whatever scraps they get. But we can take all the credit this time around. Commissar said neat and tight lipped, but it's not like there's much information for us to leak in the first place. Why is that? Because none of the shootings were caught on opt-in crime surveillance system. How is that even possible? I know that there are some rough areas in the lower wards, but this is just watching every other street in the entire city. I kinda like the music in this game. Okay. I understand your concern, man, but optics is only what it says in the name. Private surveillance system, seen but in the fields of the security world. It's not perfect, it's just another one of the many public safety tools in our belt. It's not meant to be perfect, it's meant to help us solve crime, or at least act as a deterrent. What's called would call questions. Deterrents are for war rooms and boardrooms. An increasingly desperate enough to commit crime in a city like this couldn't care less about anything big as consequences of their actions. Like a safety blanket, one with a few holes in, left in That's helpful. Fetching those remaining calls takes effort, and effort usually means rebooting the entire system. There are tons of technical details and digital purposes involved, but the end result in those occasional localized blackouts, the magic to schedule them is not possible to predict. I see. But those windows of opportunity are small and short. Taking advantage of them requires specific knowledge. And you need to be involved in the law enforcement to pull data to system. They have mentioned if my cousin was a cop, and he wouldn't have needed to play defender either. Plus, as he's a model for heavy mass manipulation, not tech interference, so that just leaves him planning. So does he work construction for the city? He's only ever struck at times and locations where optics could be drawn. Even with the devil's own luck, I can't even possible points. Wait, so you're saying when Poon was killed, yeah, there was a blackout from around 9 to 10 that night. Right, on a schedule, as to speak. And that includes the area surrounded the victim's apartment. Well, what about the DNA from the other crimes? Not claiming too much? There's been no blood, no saliva, no suspect DNA at the scene of the crime. No footage and no forensics. Hey, Dredd, how are you doing? Also, no motives, tampers, or witnesses. It's been like hunting a damn ghost. We didn't even have a murder weapon until now. Fine, a lucky break for the boys in blue. Scanner, cams, forensics. No matter how you dress it up, with tech, all the technical work relies on one basic assumption. People make mistakes, but Agent can the monster who doesn't make mistakes. Only reason we even called him tonight was because he finished what he had set out to do all along. So while my client's on the list of suspects before tonight, weren't you listening? There's no list of suspects. We questioned some exes and a few CIs. Someone even spoke to one of the two invested at some point. That's good to hear, Drell. Sickness, like I have been, I feel actually I will tell you the truth. I have been feeling sick lately. There was a talk about starting on some kind of psych eval or something, but I never expected so much to come of it. There's just not enough there to work with. In other words, the only thing they have, the only thing they could have to link my claim to those cleaning is the murder weapon. If I shot of the keystone, then the rest of their case should start to come loose as well. By the way, I couldn't help but notice that you're light on stuff. It's 3 in the morning. We're expecting a parade. I thought there'd be at least a few Andres around. Aren't many Andres in any police station this weekend? Like, not while the brass is renegotiating the contract. Contract with Noble? Good guess. Hardly. They're the biggest. Hardly. They're the biggest robotic corp there is. Spend all day in the city center without leaving the office shadow. Yes, we are very fortunate to have them in a school quarters here. Save us some money on shipping at least. Even with Noble pushing those warm androids. Warm? Yeah. Might as well call it the adult line. Might see them in the biggest department or at all, but not around this office. Warm or cold, there are no such thing as an android detective. Yet. Any day now. Guess we should be expecting those any day now. Even under lawyers too. Get some under politicians in and we have the full set. Every people might like under to do what they are told, but they're they despise ads who tell them what to do. I'm not so sure. Cameras, sensors, satellites, where really get all the facts from machine. Give it a few more years in it might make sense to let a machine do the investigation too. The union would the police union wouldn't let that happen. Instead, it didn't have a specified. It's the only real union there is anymore. Thanks for the chat, detective. I think I understand the background well enough now. Candidly, I see the same strokes you do, and the pictures it paints isn't pleasant. But even so, it seems a bit unrefined to be brought before a judge, don't you think? It's only our job to catch the batter. The DA is the one who gets the conviction. Besides, we're not exactly gonna have to work hard to convince of his guilt. And why is that? Because we found a handwritten confession at his desk. Well, that's unexpected. I'm sorry, you're not telling me that he wrote a confession. Has it been verified? Not yet, but we have to muscle past everything in fraud and disinfo to get the front of the line. Why bother? The note's covering his fingerprint. There's a copy in the discovery data, but I should warn you, it doesn't really make for light reading. Have to manage. I need to see the confession for myself. It's light reading. Sorry for everything. I can't say it enough. I didn't mean to hurt you or do what I did. I did not seek want any of it to happen. Can't say stay in control when I get mad and I'm not control and I hurt without meaning to. I wish I hadn't broken them. I didn't mean at first, but I was hurting. I wanted you to hurt too, but I didn't want to hurt you. For certain enough, I know that now. I'll take responsibility and do what I've been avoiding. Please forgive me. That was difficult to read. Fairly legible, in fact. Well, good spin on that? No need, but it's a confession. Not a confession that he signed, though, is it? Not yet, and not one he intends to sign anytime soon, considering that he asked for representation. Yet, I must want money the city asked for a lawyer to get to you. I guess you're both lucky. Hardly. I just happened to be awake when the call went out, but I'm not so flush with work that I can afford to turn tail now. So if you don't mind, I'd like to go and speak with my client. What? It's not still can't have in there, is it? Look, Counselor, with all due respect, we have strong evidence pointing to that the man being responsible for the six murder. 2 hours or so in cafe isn't cruel or unusual. And that's for your safety as well. Kind of you to worry, but I doubt I'll be in any danger. He killed 6 women. None of them were redheads. Seriously, though, I'd like to speak with him alone now. Cameras off if you don't mind. Hmm. Mixed on or off is your call, Counselor. But we will be watching the feed from the right outside. If there's anything happens. And the cops that is, stay on. That worried, that worried about me? How chivalrous. Yeah, my armor's practically blinding. Ross, start up to unlock the site. Also, just one last word of advice. If you have an interest in the well-being, I suggest that you help him sign the confession. Not a bad idea. We do get paid either way. But the defense part of the defense attorney is just for show, detective. I mean it. 6 people dead in one thing, but it's also caused a week of widespread terror and political unrest. Putting it in our way, he's made of the state look bad. That's the capital crime, if there's ever was one. Even if the death penalty is not actually on the table these days, I can guarantee he's not gonna like whatever rehabilitation program they draw up for him. Look, I have seen the virtual world release programs in person. Been challenged before the Supreme Court. Yeah, sometime in the next decade maybe. Just remember, a plea deal might feel like a loss for you, but it keeps him from, well, that's probably a win for your client, right? Prison sentences are kind of lighter for those who plead guilty. That much is true. It saves the courts a great deal of time and money, and they show the gratitude with the reduced sentence. But no one will ever be grateful toward the heartbreak killer. Even convicted for killing 6 people, they'll never rest their mind another day in their life. It's depressing as hell in here. They need to liven this place up. Carlos Plus, right? I hope you don't mind if I get comfortable. We got a lot to cover, but this should take all night. What are you? Look, I already told you, but I didn't. I'm not a cop, Carlos. Furthest thing from it. I'm a lawyer. You're a lawyer, in fact. And I'm here to help. Yeah, well, they said that too. All of them did. Factor in here kept repeating the whole ride over. They said that they were going to help me and that they knew this was all a mistake. Then they said that I killed acting like they were on my side. They thought I could have that I. It's not their job to help you, Carlos, but it's fine. And I'm here now. He's still in shock. I need more information, but if I approach this the wrong way, he will just come up after me. I'm sure you're exhausted. It's probably difficult to think, let alone speak. But I'd like you to try and answer a few questions. The police already questioned you, I'm sure, but they were treating you as a suspect, not as a client. Okay, so what do you want to know? About you. Let's go with about you again. I will admit, I like this game. Compared to the game yesterday, which was kinda what do you call it? It was different. It was a different kind of game, if you will. But this one feels exactly like what I wanted. Like it's been a while since I played Danganronpa like game, and this one is the most Danganronpa like game I have played in a while. Give me one moment. I feel like my long nails, and I want to find yesterday game was not that good. It was missing, like I feel like it missed polish. Like it felt like unfinished and unprofessional. Like very unfinished and very unprofessional game. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's go with it. About you. Let's start simple. Something mundane and ground truth. I'd like to know a bit about you first, Carlos. Something like, what line of work are you in? I'm with the city engineering, or I should be. As I thought, the police must have convinced them up the optic blackouts using data historical work. My arm, I got this slot for the job. On the Carlos side, I'm gonna need more than that. But what do I know? He works in the city engineers, not at the shop. Reza said he was a model for work, and that arm must be the custody at the moment. But based on the shoulder, it should be we have to be pretty utilitarian. He doesn't strike me as the type who's enamored with the aesthetic of modding. The young, the young and restless, and the rich swapping in neon and chrome limbs. Cause that like the way it looks, or the way it makes other people start looking at them. No, he's a pragmatist, and grounded and very unlucky. In which case, it should be too. My brother wanted to mod. Really? Really? I don't even have a brother. She's just a liar. I love her. Such. She's a. A bullshitter. A master bullshit. Oh, there's a store. I don't have store credit. He had everything planned out. The whole career path of promotion and bonuses and upgrades they have for him. Then came his 18th birthday present. Test result politely informed him that he's not a viable candidate. That sucks. I think he felt relieved actually. Seemed like it was a weight off his chest. Like he was glad that he didn't have to choose. Does that make any sense? Yeah, I think it does. It was weird. I'll start like that. Start small, hand or an eye, test the waters. Never thought about loving my whole damn arm off, but then the recruiter was enthusiastic. He said, because of the NCAA, there was the financial aid and resources. Of course, that got shit canceled. Now, me and every other Morris royally screwed. Couldn't even let me keep the tax credit. The new Citizens with Disabilities Act was amended, not repealed. But I doubt he appreciated the distinction at the moment. I work with the tighter spaces, the high vault bar, mostly canopy up here. Typical stuff for mothers, you know? He's speaking freely now. Don't need to be much more than repeating his word back to him to keep him talking. But the right word choice here or there can still make a difference. You work in the cabinet, that must be under a lot of pressure. You must be under a lot of pressure now that the subway are cordoned off. Damn straight, and this crap with Long? Once a word got out of the case against him was real, every desktop in the chain became terrified of their own shadow. All of them convinced that internal affairs was gonna come knocking if they misplaced such as a paper clip. Everything by the book means no room of compromise, no room for problem solving, no room for engineering. Yeah, and no patience for screw ups. It's very hard to not look at his shoulder. Why aren't you wearing your prosthetic right now, Carlos? Yeah, that. Rejection issue. Turned in last month. A lot of sleepless nights. Rejection, did the therapy not work? It's not like that. I wasn't using booze or out of my socks or anything. Then do these rejections have anything to do with your scars? Not in the way you're thinking. I'm I'm right-handed. Oh, so those scars on his face are just from shaving? Oh, okay. Never thought this goes so long that I had to relearn how to do everything. I mean, the problem started small, trembling, but then spasms, just oversensitivity, they said, an easy fix. But the problem got bigger. couldn't let it get that far. You needed to be able to trust your own hand when you're on the job site. Drop a cutter at the wrong moment and people could get hurt. So I sat down, made an appointment, turned in my arm, and watched my case get placed at the back of the damn line. Where did you turn it in? The must turn around shop with a waiting list like you would. Doesn't sound like you're a happy customer. Hell no. Found a dozen other things with shorter wait time. But as long as I'm renting and not owning, the manufacturer says where your arm gets maintained. And that's why I'm sitting here with his expensive ass pump on for a shoulder. I haven't been able to work in the week. Bosses were generous enough to say my position might still be there when I get got to working hours again. You couldn't buy or rent a replacement yourself. In the meantime, I serve at the pleasure of the state, and they got exclusively contract with Hindi, all locked up with white knuckle fighting. Hindi, how industry? I recall his deal with one of their abilities modules. I think that's what the profile said. Actually, it doesn't say it. In the profile, no, not in the profile. Written list, no. Evidence. I took one step on side with an uninsured tech, forget the fines, I lost down payment on my arm, and I never went to sit there. This was last quarter, maybe I could have worked something out with management, but like I said, no one's sticking their neck out for anybody now as long as it's possible. You mentioned discomfort. Are you in pain? Pain is all that come and go. It's the itches that kill you. The phantoms coming back to the past when I don't have anything. Arm shaped attached to it. Did they give you something to, well, wear in the meantime? Something like the thing lend out for cases like this? What they gave me is a dead weight, three-jointed landfill bait piece of shit. Sorry, it's very shitty feeling having a part of your body that you know they cut corners on. Fits, compatible, technically. I can slot it in and I feel unbalanced again. But the fingers won't even bend, and the quick twitch motors are way off. It's like walking around with your arms asleep or dead. So were you wearing it when you were arrested? No, I wasn't. But I'm pretty sure I saw the police bagging it at 7, so can't even gotten too far. The guy arrested was being quite literal about how he was found. He had the victim's blood on his left arm only because at the time in question he didn't even have a right. No, inconsistency in the story so far. And open about the well as expected, but this also has been a warm up for the both of us. Now comes the delicate part. Carlos, you and the victim were romantically involved. How long did you two know each other? Right. I've known her since college. We shared a few classes as some mutual friends. Always got along. Eventually we just got together at some point. Because I never actually asked her out in the real from our way. It was pretty cowardly saying that out loud. Then she was in genetics, focused on her student agriculture. It always takes them a few tries to get you to use the past. Just finished her post-grad work got her right out of the gate. Practically headhunted. Without practically headhunted. Of course, she was any company did like to have her, like it was a real awesome job. Paid real ass money too. Her career was turning to pan out. Right to see your cat falling mother's false mouth. Where was she hired? Pedigree? No. Pedigree. Very G. Still like the name matters. The whole setup under Harco's umbrella. It doesn't narrow it down. The Harvester Corporation grows a third of the soybeans for the entire country. Something that says the lab wouldn't need any other. Now, no corporation earns mega prefix without a little shortcut, but Harco is about as tame as a big penis can get. Predictable like seasons, no one is gonna buy they have some love touch murder because of corporate greed. Has she just done well for her job? Well, they love having her there. She's never mentioned arguments or disputes, corporate leaders or getting broke. I don't think so. Lila's been a good listener lately. Never got the impression that she. Look, no one I know could do this to her, and there's nothing she could have done that would deserve it. What happened to her was a long shot that happened to that parental driver her past to shift the blame onto it. But with no other suspect, I can just reshuffle the detective's suspicions. Not to disapprove their arguments entirely. Thank you, Carlos. That was very helpful. It was. Now, I'd like you to try and tell me whatever you can about what happened tonight. Oh, start the beginning and take your time. It's important. Okay, Morgan. I'll try, Morgan. When you're ready. We were arguing. We have been arguing a lot. Arguing about stupid stuff. Give me 1 second. Um, oh, let me see. Like that. I don't know, like, lot very, lots of neon. I haven't been working, I haven't been making money, I haven't been pulling my weight. I was mad at myself. But more than that, I was jealous of her, jealous of over nothing, jealous over goddamn money. The person you were arguing about 8 p.m.? 8, yeah, it must have been. We were, when we started, we got into it, and I said a lot of things that I shouldn't have. And I said one thing that I really, really shouldn't have. I crossed the line, and we both knew it, so I left. You left? Yeah, I walked out to the front door. Through some fresh air might help me cool off. Help me figure out what to say to make it up to her. Of course, the air wasn't fresh, just thick like mud. And while I was pissing away for over away the time, Dan was, "Did you bring your phone with you or any other electronics?" No. I kind of stormed off. I didn't even take my key phone. Didn't even lock the door behind me. Without this down, traffic and speed level cameras won't help him. That leaves, did you go through a checkpoint or a talk to anyone with modded eyes? Did you buy anything, cash or credit? No, not even a vending machine. Not even a vending machine, huh? I may have met my match. How can anyone be this unlucky? That's quite unfortunate. I just wanted quiet at the time. I wanted to wall in it. Sorry if I don't have a time detail for my head is but with my etc good health it comes probably what is it? Object was are what was what? Can't that even happen? And there's no other proof that you were out there at the time that it was killed. I mean, you got no alibi. This isn't. This can't. Listen, I didn't do this. I couldn't. Carlos, I'm the one person you don't have to try and convince. After all, I'm your lawyer. So let's just get it all out there and see what we got to work with. Right. Now you say you left to clear your head. So what made you come back? I came back because I heard a noise. A loud noise. I don't know what it was, but it was loud and it scared me. And it came from the direction of our apartment. I was walking back at first, but at some point I must have started running because when I got back I was out of breath. And when I saw that the front door was open, something dropped in my chest and my legs wouldn't. You live on the first floor, right? Yeah, the first floor apartment, still facing empty. We were proud of that when we first moved in. Like it was some kind of big deal. From the hallway I saw her, but I didn't realize. I never thought that she was. The lights were off and the whole room was a mess. I thought she had been robbed or she had fallen or there was a broken glass furniture knocked over. And she was. I called her name and she didn't move. I checked her pulse and she was still warm. Her blood was warm. And I saw the gun. It looked so heavy, but I thought it had to be fake because I didn't want it to be real. That's why you picked it up. What? I picked it up? I didn't even touch that thing. I didn't shoot her, damn it. Doing what I do, you hear a lot of lies. White lies, blatant lies, and hasty. Bad lies special. For me, it's always been easy to spot a lie, but it can be hard to know what to do about it. I have all the proof I need in my files, but he's nervous on the fence, and none of this works if he doesn't trust me. Of your prints. The fact that your fingerprints are on the gun. What about I didn't do this. I wasn't thinking, I was just Carlos. All I'm saying is that you picked it up. That's all. Would you believe me if I say I didn't realize it was a gun? That explains how his prints got in the gun, but not in a way that would be satisfying to the police. Well, if all he did was hold the gun, so stupid. I didn't know what a gun looks like. But seeing it in my own home, right in front of, you were in a shock, Carlos. You still are. Police came in, and sometime after, I don't remember much about what they said. Things started to move fast. Seems like the rest of the night went probably the way you expect. Carlos, you have to admit you to having a verbal argument with them, but you say you were stressed to see the room crash when you got back. To clarify, you're saying that you two never had a physical fight. What physical? We never fought. We never fought like that. Did the police say that we did? They assumed as much, which means they are also assumed that the room was dishevelled well before the shooting occurred. Considering that Carlos has told me, what else did they assume? What is it? I'd like you to take a look at something for me. The crime scene. Oh, it's an arm mall built for that, taken at the police center. So right, it's just that. It's just that, Carlos. No grisly details. Okay, let me see. Take your time. Now close your eyes and think back at how the room looked when you left. Try and focus what's out of place. Alright. But while the mirror was uptight, of course, and the clock was still on the wall, the chair got knocked over at some point, and the bed got tossed, the cushion torn, and the urn fell. Other than that, no, sorry, that's all that stands out for me. I see. Like so? That's a very shit drawing. What's wrong? Something out of place? Carlos, you need to trust your instinct. If anything seems off, don't be afraid to speak up. It's just, I guess I just assume your nose would be making edits to the ARR. Well, I suppose that works too. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I think your drawings are pretty good considering. I'd like to change the subject now, Carlos. Right. Let's talk about the letter that was found. I should have taken a picture of that. That was hilarious. I mean, this letter here, do you recognize it? Because the police are calling it a confession. Confession? But this is a note to self. Pardon? Look, when we fight, I lose my temper. I say things I don't mean to. But this morning I tried writing things down so I have a script to stick to. So I could apologize to her instead of just fighting with her. Well, you said it's noticed that you hurt them. That's it. I broke her fidget cubies. This is great. Look, look. This is clearly the mind of of like a generation generation. I don't know what they will be called. Generation Gamma. Her what? Um, her what? Oh God. There are these collected ceramic character things. They are supposed to be like tactile. You use them as paperweights or conversation starters. Conversation starters. She loved the. She loved those things. They're not worth a damn. You can buy them at any flea market or garage sale, but they are meant a lot to her. And I broke them. I mean, I was busy at the time, but that goddamn piece of shit rental alarm, I hardly know where I was swinging it half of the time. Also, I ripped it off and tossed it in my room, and the cheap, dusty, worthless. So let's say he did break her fidget Adukis with his laser arm. What does that change? Nothing at the moment. There's not enough details in the note for me to prove that this intent was. If the police still claiming this is a confession for the Harper killers anyway, couldn't even bother to see them up. I felt so. All right, Carlos. Thanks for answering my question. Now I'm gonna call the police back here, and I'm going to get this clear up for you. What? That's it? That's it. Oh, okay. Although before I do that, I do have to ask. What do you know about the heartbreak killer? Heartbreak? You mean the psycho that was trending online? I mean, as much as anyone, I guess. I haven't been getting out much, but I'm sure everyone is on edge. And a guy like that out there, he shoots people through the hearts, right? The police kept the victim's appearance far away from the upstairs newspaper. So unless he was arrayed following the murder, Carlo wouldn't notice any response on the girlfriend. I mean, she was shot in the chest, but that doesn't mean anything, does it? If he's this low on the uptake, it's gonna be a real show when those officers walk in here and accuse him of being a serial killer. Just have to squash that theory as quickly and definitely as possible. I didn't realize you could have smoking here. Technically, I can smoke whenever I want for a fee. Oh, I guess so. Nervous, don't be. I'm the one who's on the clock. Right, I'm sure this isn't your first time doing this. No, of course not. It will be my first homicide defense, though. Oh. Why does everyone always think the first time is so goddamn important? Hey, cheer up. I got a relevant experience in other areas. Oh? And what are other areas are those? You ever gamble, Carlos? No, ma'am. I have never got anywhere near blood boxes. Won't touch the stuff. I mean more like playing cards. Oh, well then, not that too. I actually got pretty terrible luck. You have fooled me. Well, what do I do is a lot like poker, Carl. Poker's nice because even if you're dealt nothing but crap all night long, you can still win, which makes things pretty fun. Okay, so do you have a good poker face? I like to think so. And are you lucky? Only when the stakes are high. And in this metaphor, we're playing poker, and the state dealer, if only. No, the state's more like the house. You mean like the house always wins? Yes, they are very good at winning. I mean, that's why they're up there and we're down here. That's why they're the house. Man, so what do? We play the cards we're dealt as best as we can. Win more hands than we lose. Keep it up, and eventually, someone will come over and tap the dealer on the shoulder and whisper something in their ear, and then we'll be politely asked to leave. That doesn't sound very triumphant. The house always wins, so our definition of victory is more like don't lose. Thanks, Morgan. But I guess I'm more asking like, what should I say? Just leave all the talking to me. So that's the strategy. What's up? You know, there's a saying about gamblers with strategies. You ready to confess yet? Because I already woke up the DA. Already? She must be new. The district attorney have final say on whether or not the case is brought to trial. Only fair since they are the ones who end up having to actually prove the damn thing. Most of them prefer simply guilty pleas over long protracted trials, and they all dislike having their time wasted. Unfortunately, they'll have to call them back, because my client is not guilty. And frankly, I'm not even sure you have enough to call him either. Right, what she said. You got a weird sense of humor, counselor. Different generations, I guess. Before my time, kind of thing. I'm very serious when it comes to defending a man's innocence, detective. Counselor, we have your client's written confession. His written confession, let's start there. Okay, we'll be happy. The thrust of every argument starts with the fact. What's already known and agreed upon. Public knowledge, forever playing at the table. It's pretty simple, counselor. Real paint by number stuff. See, we found a note in his apartment with his fingers on it. Apologizes for how they hurt them, also bad. Now, how are you planning to spin in that? Those are the fun. But I've been building up my hand all night, and now I got the weapons to answer anything they try to throw at me. Well, my client did write the note, and it was an apology, but not for murder. It was a apology for this one. Oh, I put it over here. It was simply apology for this. What the hell is that? I found myself asking the exact same question. What are we looking at here? Something from the crime scene? I like the music. This diagram of the room is created from the data you capture, right? For non-GMO augmented reality crime scene data, yeah. What's non-GMO? Not much these days. Oh, notice anything out of place? Yeah, the whole room's full of pasta shit. It's the scene of a murder, full of pasta shit. But it was definitely more unidentified ceramic debris found at the western side of the room. What is that? Ceramic debris. Must be from the base that got dust. Actually, that's not possible. Oh? Because that base was damaged. It's not possible for that debris to come from the base. Because that base is still pristine. How is that? How is that possible? Um, are you doing, Flat? The lady at the garage sale told me that it was old and delicate. Damn it, that one time I tried to thrift shop on my own. Well, so what does that even matter? If it doesn't have a scratch on it, then the bride must have come from somewhere else. That the bride was my client wrote down the apology over. You're saying the confession was his apology for not vacuuming? I am, because the pile of rubble is all that reminds of the victim collection of Fiji Bob, Fiji Duck, Fiji Tubbies. What he said. Mr. Flat broke the victim's ceramic figures by accident, and this impassioned note to self was just his attempt to scribble out an apology. Can you prove that? We're taking this seriously. As much as I wish we weren't. We are in agreement that the client wrote the note, and we all can plainly see that the ceramic debris is at the crime scene. Now, since we couldn't have come from the base, it must have come from the collectible. Simple, right? What the hell are you on about? The entire room was trashed, as the arcs clearly shows. Those fidget toys must have gotten pulverized during the struggle too. You're really gonna claim that he sat down to write an apology for breaking her toys after gunning her down? Not about train of thought, but they can do better. No, those collectibles were destroyed much earlier than that. Here's the proof. Here you go. Set the calculator at the rental you took into custody. Huh? One swipe of your finger and you saw exactly how devastating that it was to fickle body ecosystem. It's a fidget tabby. Whatever. You did take it into custody. I'm sure your tech found ceramic debris on it, yes? Not that you mention it. Fine, whatever. He broke them with his arm. While he was killing her, happy? Overjoyed, because even a cheap arm's got an operation system that logged the last time it was worn, right? Right. I see. It happened to spot a footnote on the lab. Reports say that the rental had been used since the AM. Who said are you on, old man? It's gotten pretty late, Sunshine. It's just trying to save us all the time where I can. Well, thank you for your service. Well, thank you for your service. He's angry. Are you seriously buying this crap? Just look at how scrawled, how panicked the note is. You expect me to believe that he was that upset over a fidget tabby collection? One that hasn't even been graded? Didn't I say detective raises sufficient depth of knowledge where it comes to the collectibles? You're correct. They have no real monetary value. It would be odd for knowledge to be so shaken out over this loss. But so what? So what? After all, that's not the panic you're seeing on the page. No, the only reason the note looks like the way it does is because Carlos is right-handed. Ah, yes, I am. Did they not know that? Shouldn't that be the one on my permanent record or something? So the reason why the note looks like an Asimov scribbles is just because he had to use his left hand to write it. I need to think better writing than typing. And I need to get used to using my left hand anyway. I just thought that it could be a good practice. Taking that into account, alongside the ceramic, your slam dunk confession is looking about as watertight as a fish. Okay, fine, forget about the confession. Congratulations, Consider. You have established that your client is remorseless. Now let's get back to the reality of the situation. Here are the facts. We found your client at the scene of the crime. We're in a coat covered in the victim's blood. Right next to good old goddamn gun. That just happened to have this fingerprint. That's right, the coat is. What you gonna claim? It's not his? That's exactly worse than extra small? She's trying to bite me here. Low-key fashion. In her typical low-key fashion. We must have something no sense explaining. Something you like to ask me, detective? Just curious, what will be the next? You're gonna tell me he's actually worse than extra small? Oh, this time it doesn't let me. Oh, he's calling. Hey, Carlos, do you? No. Yeah, sure, there's no evil twin you're forgetting to mention. No, I'm afraid not. Not even gonna go for mysterious third party at the scene of the crime. To prove his innocence, I will need to get there eventually. But going there now without hard evidence. Can I prove a third party? Hmm. For now, let's stay. I have no idea what the front time. That's right, you go. Through us stay in the arcs, no evidence of anyone but Carlos being there that night. So keep dreaming. It was always that she had something there. I wasn't gonna win that hand either way. But at least I didn't overstep and take any more damage than I had. We're not contesting on any of that, detective. My client freely admits to recalling the gun. He picked it up in the confusion after coming home to find a brutal crime scene, which was not smart. Hey, but not illegal either. And that's all? He had a blood all over his clothes. Yes, he did. Right. Do you have those clothes on hand, by the way? The lab finished with them a while ago. What are you at? It'll be easier to just show you. Would you mind getting them for me? Yeah, I know that. Sure, I could use the fresh air. Think of bullshitting here anyway. Sure, I thought the room smelled like... Morgan, what are you doing? My foot's covered in her blood. I remember that man. So doesn't that like make me look really bad? Just relax, Carlos. Pretty sure that's impossible. You are innocent. And that means that having more evidence will always help you, not hurt you. Really? Really? No, not really. Let you finish the people in prison. People with bad luck. Or bad lawyers. People shouldn't count on the truth about this. More often than not, it takes coaxing. What was it that reminded me of? Alright, here it is. One bloodstained jacket, fresh from the lab. So what's your angle? You gonna tell us that this actually just hot sauce? No, that would be silly. This actually thought it over. So what the hell is your point? Hey, sorry, I just got thrown off by the turn of good fortune. What good fortune? You should thank the detective for bringing up your jacket, Carlos. He's just proving you're innocent. My client was arrested wearing this coat. He would have been wearing it at the time of the murder. It has a bit of blood on it, who we know died when she was shot in her church by a gun that happens to be an old worn pre-tagging firearm. And so this coat proves he wouldn't have been the shooter. There's a gas leak in here? In what world does that make any sense? Sense happens to be key here. I just need to draw their attention to what they can. Okay, let me check something. The coat suspect was wearing when the taken to us back to analysis. Blood on the sleeve. Shit. Tell me what you see. I see a coat with blood. Ah. The truth is plainly there, but this isn't the kind of detail you can see when your naked eye. Smell? Just do me one favor, detective. Tell me what you smell. I don't smell anything except dried blood. Exactly. The coat smells like your blood, but it doesn't smell like of cigarette. That's what they've been smelling. Yes, Detective London. I was smoking earlier. Could you rejoin the conversation? I've been listening. You want me to smell the jacket? If you would. Let's see. Huh? No gunpowder. What? What about gunpowder? Oh, don't blame yourself for not noticing. This was before your time. You can't be more than a few years older than me. But not before your parents, it seems. The gunpowder is quick by today's standards, but it's still volatile stuff. Hard to store and prone to misfiring. And when it goes bang, it leaves behind an awful lot of evidence. The hell is she talking about, London? Modern firearms, like the ones we carry using magnetism, even air pressure or sandwich, they got more accuracy, more firepower, and less recoil, less noise, and they don't leave behind any residue. Gunpowder residue. It took my ear off about the difficulty in tracking down a gun that doesn't leave physical traces. But a revolver like this one, it does leave gunpowder on the skin of where fired it for days. So then this code, if you don't trust your nose, you can check the lab report. I think if they hadn't found any gunpowder on my client or his clothes, they have taken the time to highlight it. Whatever. Doesn't mean that he washed off after shooting her or his clothes. That's not possible. But it will be pretty pointless. His jacket and his left hand were blood soaked when they were found. Would he really go through all the effort of getting rid of something as subtle as gunpowder residue just to get the victim's blood all over himself afterwards? In the light of these details, I'd like to formally request that you reconsider the charges to Mr. Platt is facing as soon as possible. They are faltering now. It could topple over at any time. The letter was mostly icing on the cake for them, but that gun is all they had to link her to any shooting. So if it looked like he never actually fired the gun, I'll admit things were a little dicey there at times. But once I'm able to grasp the situation, the smaller pieces fall into place easily. That might things work like that. But overall, I'd say, did she get a message? Huh. But did they actually manage to find it? Something you'd like to share, Detective Precious? You're good. Twisting the truth into knots, making the facts work for you. Thanks. But your luck just ran out, because the net crawlers found the cam activity of the exact moment the shooting. And right now, I'm starting to fall at a photo of the killer. Wanna bet? A photo of the shooter, if she had that, we wouldn't be talking. But I doubt she's just pulling this out of her ass. She got something to discover. I rise. That's a bold bluff for this late in the game, detective. Especially when we both know that there was an obvious blackout during this. Well, that's just it. It isn't from optics. Shit. She thought figured out she wouldn't make a claim like that ball without something to back it up. The party's over, Consitor. Place your eyes on this. It's nothing. Well, okay, that's quality is lucky. And yet there it is. They managed to find a quarter needle of evidence in a whole city block of high school. With some chance. No, with the skill of this tool operation, I guess the chances are, as always, in their favor. Right, it's simple, but far cry from the worst case scenario I've been. You could even say I got lucky, which means the stakes are, well, but it's a little bit blurry. Don't look at me, I didn't take the dumb thing. Technically, no one took it. Looks like at the time of the shooting, a neighbor was on their phone, probably venting about how crazy the couple across their act. But if their phone was on, the camera would be on, and so we managed to get the shot through the window. Where to begin? Far away, unfocused, ultra slow resolution, zoomed in, blurry, color shift, and so compressed it looks like from another century. There are tools that could enhance. Cut this image any further and I could count the pixel on one hand. And this would kiss its admissibility in court of law. You can also claim that you can identify my client from this image, but there's no way in hell you could get past at that. Yeah, you're probably right. They couldn't, but I think I know a DA that could. Either way, it doesn't seem like your client's leaving this police station anytime soon. That photo. What the hell is happening? I think I know a DA that could. Don't be so modest, man. You have photo evidence of a left-handed shooter. But it has a hand. Well, we're not that sure, but that looks like a hand. How do we know that their left hand fingerprints over the gun? Referring my client. You think? Because told us that he wasn't wearing his modern armor. He must have the shoes with his left. Yes, and we also trusted his weak with the left side. His left side has had no gunpowder whatsoever. Forensic will never be perfect, consider sometimes we miss. Sometimes you take a walk through the rain and you finally get where you are going. You somehow ended up dry, but that doesn't mean it didn't rain. Alright, which is to say, before the other photographic evidence of waste of fell sleep. Carlos Espino. I know him, but that photo shows a left-handed shooter. Carlos Espino's. That photo is real, but both are true. That appears that the photo doesn't show what it appears to show. So at a loss of words, never. Just confused about one thing. What was the photo taken from exactly? Exactly the position that is usually only accurate to the nearest router. Did the on the phone owner and ask them where? Why bother with any of that? Yeah, no, the time is correct. From the of the apartment faces to the south, there's a hallway that runs back to the bedroom. We're looking straight to the shooter, so it's pretty obvious that it was taken from across the north window. From the north? This is from the north, then why can't you clearly see the... From the north window. Is this working? Strongly should see the opportunity. For now, I stay. Right from the north. Not. Because that would mean something that matters consider. Sure, it's just right. So law school was mostly oh. What are you talking about? The good detective are missing from here. I need to take advantage of it. Time to press the initiative. What the hell do you mean taken from the west? The toast tell us the victim was shot from the doorway. Their officer Arc Data told us that the precise location of the threat in the room at the time of their arrival. Now their photo was shows the moment of the shooting. And another word told us that the photo must have taken to the west. With the clock. Let's take one look at this photo. The clock, what about it? The clock, huh? Looks like London got the idea. If he's mistaken, I could bounce on it to keep my time to time. This photo was taken right before the shooting. So, wait, don't tell me the time of death is wrong. time of is correct? That's a good question that is in London. But the answer is no. Notice the clock and the neighbors all agreed that the time of death was 9 p.m. Right, no mistake on that. So then what the hell are you on about? There's a clock on the wall in this spot, analog style, and it reads 9 o'clock. That's 9 p.m. the time of the shooting. The hell's so special about that? Nothing. There's nothing all about the time of the clock read, but you remember what? Remember there being a clock in the room? What? Actually, I don't recall this being a clock. That makes sense. You wouldn't recall seeing a clock. Because when the police secured the scene, the clock had already been knocked onto the floor. The other clock in the room is in the northeastern corner, and my colleague has been informed that before the crime, it was hung on the eastern wall. Like so. I love this. I kind of love the throwing. X is not working for me. Um, okay, I'm back. Sorry. Um, I'm enjoying this. I guess I should, Dread. I don't know if you're here still. People have stopped coming to my stream lately. What clip? I wasn't even here. Anyways, I've been thinking like I love. Oh, damn it. No, it's something else. Ah, fucking damn it. I'm a bit. Ah, fuck damn it. I'm a bit. Ah, okay, let's continue. What the hell is that supposed to be? An artistic rendition. It's very distinct. Damn it. Give me one moment. Okay, it's very distinct. If you had information on how to frame scene was before the studio, why didn't you just add it to the arc? No, 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 no. It was something to do with Cliff. Just because discovering all complete story doesn't mean we have to be fair. Look in my mind. I'll do that now. The important thing is, if the clock was on the eastern wall before it occurred, that this photo must be looking through the western window. See? Don't start getting ahead of yourself. It was shot at 9 p.m. The same time the photo was taken. But you want to claim to be close to the eastern wall when it was being knocked down during the fight? You have to love it backwards. Your first photo shows that the room was pristine at the time of it. Huh? What's this? The room was trashed before the shooting. It was dead. It was dead. The mirror. What we're looking at here is through the mirror. The mirror wasn't broken. Slasher, what about them? Nothing much. Split that they are on the top of the victim's body, not under it. The glass fell on top of the victim's body. That means that she's dead on the ground before the room got trashed. But that doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone trash the room after? It's a good question, Carl. Luckily, it's the detectives who have to deal with the mental and insane, not us. Tell me, detective, were there any signs of a struggle on the other crime scenes? Other crime scenes? No, nothing like that. Those attacks could have been over in a matter of seconds. So what did you think when you saw the mess in the bedroom? It was personal and things that wasn't public. It happens. It does happen, detective. But in this case, it seems that there's been a general misconception about the order in which shit happened. So what if the room didn't get tossed over until afterward? It still shot her. And we have a photo right here. And I'm glad you do, detective, because that photo proves my client's innocent. Huh? Proving that it wasn't my client who pulled the trigger. Different, and maybe more importantly for all of us, time constant. Thanks for your photo, I can instead prove that it couldn't have been my client who pulled the trigger. Because the man in the photo can possibly be Carl. The hell it can. Flash and proof the room was pristine the time at the shoot. And we know that until the room was tossed, that the clock was on the eastern wall. It means that this photo of the shooter was taken from the west wall. Back to the shit, that's impossible. The only hallway in the apartment runs from north to south. But the only person that prints the gun is your client. The only fact that matters is that he used to murder 6 innocent people. Oh, he showed all her hand. You're a very honest person, detective. Excuse me? That's why you're such a shitty gambler. You play your cards too early, and now I can steal the pot right out of under you. You're right about the hallway orientation. You're right about the print. And this HK figure has time in 5. But we aren't looking at the hallway in that photo. What? What we're seeing is here, the mirror. What's that? You're trying to print the glass shards again? Sort of. By the way, do you recall where those glass shards came from? Yeah, sure. They came from a standing mirror. A mirror that at the time of the shooting stood across the room from the western window. But then that would mean that the angle from that viewpoint it would reflect the hallway. So we are not seeing a shooter from a gun to their left side. We're seeing a killer with a gun from the right side. And as we all know, my client hasn't had working right arm in a number of weeks. And he hadn't worked his rental since this morning. So I meant what I said about the photo. I'm glad that it was recovered. Because it just proved that my client couldn't possibly have committed the crime. Don't catch on into it, please. Don't catch it. Don't catch it. Don't catch it. That should be the end of it. Except it looks like detective versus really is a novice gambler. Frank Koska got into the teeth into her, throwing up her spine, whispering wounded pride in her ear. The whole stew, whole plans kind of fever, the impotent irrational fury of losing something you thought was guaranteed to you. But lucky for you, detective, I'm well versed in shock therapy. You look dissatisfied, Detective Bridges. Just one word for it. Then allow me to put a nice bow on everything for you. In a summary, my client's so-called confession was just a note to self. The police found him shocked and feeling the death of his girlfriend. and arrest him for being next to the campfire he couldn't have fired. After being confronted with this fact, you receive a photographic evidence of the exact moment, and instead of utilizing it to track down the real killer, you try to send the victim high five. A man without the requisite limbs, standing in a particularly impossible hallway. That's he could have a backup arm. He could have stolen one. A little stubbornness can be charming, but this kind of desperation is toxic. I'm getting a little late. Time to wear my pants. Happy. That's the best you got? Even bare bones protected of the black margin is immune to an nervous system. You have been bringing it to the clinic, which will have left a record on his shoulder OS. A record you won't find. And he still have somehow have gotten rid of it before the police arrived. SOP at the scene of the violence crime for a full spectrum scanning of the entire building and a 100-meter around minimum. So where the detective, Regis, did he manage to hide a cybernetic arm for your drones this time between the shooting and the arrest? Well, any objections? Detective? God damn it defaulted. Show me your hand, blood. That you're uncovering me? In light of the evidence, we have no reason to hold you. I gotta call the DA and tell her I made a mistake. Not we made a mistake, huh? Listen, kid, you should know. Detective, lost my train of thought. But hey, your attorney is a real tiger and she just fought like hell for you. Make sure you thank her properly. Public defense doesn't pay that well. Yeah, that's kind of you to say, detective. But my work is its own reward. Ah, yeah, sure. Feel exactly the same, counselor. What happens now? I'll have to speak with the DA about the dismissal, and there's still some people will need to go through. But basically, you're free to go. Congratulations to leave the casino with your kneecaps intact. Yay? But what do I supposed to do? The detectives will continue their investigation. Their investigation into hard things, huh? Yes. When the authorities are satisfied with their examination of the body, it will be handed over to the next of kin. And then you can make a funeral arrangement. No, that's not what I. The man being gone is bad enough. But serial killer, it's like he died of the flu. It doesn't happen anymore. People die of the flu all the time, but I know what you mean. I can make sense of it. So what am I supposed to do? Hell if I know. There's some contacts I could give you. Service professionals, doctors. No, you're done more than enough for me. When you got here, I was too tired to even defend myself to try to convince them I didn't. You saved me. Thank you. You're welcome, Carlos, but it's my job to. No, I mean, thank you for not asking if I killed her. Oh, Carlos, I didn't need to ask. I knew you were innocent from the start. Of course he was. After all, huh? I'm the heartbreak killer. The blood's always different. Hurt's always in the same place. Easy to find, hard to miss. But the blood is always different. Glowing, staining, unfurling towards an invisible sun. A perfectly unique bloom, only one for each of us. A roaster's test with singular universal meaning, vitality at its climax, bursting forth into a red fractal solely of an infinite DM. But the comical thought of a body hitting the floor, its own kind of lowbrow appeal. Wallace's number 6 of 6. The gun is empty. It's useless now. May as well leave. Feels like a waste, but whatever. Finding the ammo was almost enough of a hassle to complete that hunt. I could sell and tag that gun for a big cash, but cash can't buy a peace of mind. Oh, don't look so surprised, lady. Moving around in the darkness here must have only been able to see my silhouette. Did she think I was her boyfriend back for an or for that entirely to mercy? And that's her now. Hey, yeah, did you hear that? But all things are so goddamn. And people aren't even familiar enough with the sound anymore to know what they're right off the way. Pretty gross to have the neighborhood. But I didn't see anything. I couldn't use an even partial pressure. Could they really not afford some throw pillows? There's the other 5 bullets in the outer space, a small sphere of fence that the city eyes couldn't think of spheres. Crumpled place is usually full of crap. But this room, as cheap as it looks, is at least a clean organization. So the corporate has still fine code. Except, except, there's just nothing. So the moment there's a broken piece of something fragile and tactile. Fine. It's just one thing out of it. Actually, it's not fine. It's actually really irritating. Cover the stupid goddamn mirror. 5 perfect frames. Each of them not a speck of evidence, nothing to go on. And for the final shot, there's just has to be some pile of shit in the corner ruining everything. I hit the wall, something falls from it, probably more tasteless shit. Just over the chair, knock the door on. Stare into shit with station and try to savor the shredding. It can't be clean. You just have to lean into the messy angle. At least it will be consistent. This was also stupid. Honestly, I'm not ego driven, but I pride myself on humility. Now, I'm satisfied when the first three went down with a single shot. Yes, but so what? I'm not made of stone. After that, I did start actually aiming to the heart, but heart killer? Really? Don't people have anything better to do with their time? What kind of miserable lifeless voyeur would obsess over something that none of their business? All the thrills and breakdowns and the goddamn theory craft, and all of the dirty killer. It's like a soap opera villain. A season where the writers were on strike. I feel insulted by the love, but no, that's someone's choice. They came up with it. They spread it. They marketed it. Heartbreak got nothing to do with it. He's just some reclusive, lonely, socially imposed user who shot his people because, well, I'm sure people will come up with something. Look, he got rejected one too many times or whatever. Me, I killed those people because I saw them and they wanted me. And they killed a lot more than just him. At least the room is through crashes now. If I had just walked away from seeing the mess by the window, it would still retain me to no end. And now it doesn't match the demo of the last 5 perfectly. It will irritate the cops to no end. Good riddance, Cardbreak. You enjoy your 15 minutes in the spoiler, really, don't worry. When I'm going home. Heavily foreshadow summer rain, I can feel on every hair. Take out this kind of humidity oppressive but the warm cushion on your skin like those short moments, just after the shower turns off when the steam lingers. Yeah, it's always most comfortable right afterward. Maybe there's no disagreement to be had. Oppressive things can be comforting too. Only the guilty ones are. I don't know about that, but I know I never feel guilt about the movies. And they work. Preference in my left, I still... It's okay, you can just initial those spots. Just the scenic route home, courtesy of our fine city's sprawling public transportation, and got a bit of 11 p.m. Had myself those shower, drank a glass of milk, did some stretching, made sure my phone was on. Then went by evenly. Around 1:40 a.m., a posting from the police defender work came up. A decent rate since it was so late and so early. I had to wager for it that the boyfriend would have enough sense to ask for a lawyer, and enough debt that he'd need to be provided one. All I had to do was stay awake. There wasn't much competition after 1 in the morning. Okay, where else? Here and here. How did I phrase it earlier? Criminal defense attorney aren't exactly flush with customers. Why wouldn't I take on a job where I already knew more than the cops? I would have been easy to convince Carlos to plead out. I would have gotten paid the same too. But it is dangerous. Carlos was of course innocent, so his conviction would never be airtight. There would be doubts, questions, appeals, maybe even facts depending on his book. More attention on HK and his crimes, more headache. Cold case rotting in the very far back of the public's awareness is always preferable to the one open and shut case. Now, with no more murder matching HK MOs, there won't be any additional public pressure to find the cause. Now, Herbert can just starve to death, out of sight and mind like any other fluke in the city. Almost done. Getting involved with the case is intimately does have its risks. So I might even overdone things here and there, like lighting up a smoke inside an interrogation room just to make doubly sure I didn't still smell of gunpowder myself. The London fellow seemed more fixated on it than I would have liked. But obviously, everything turned out rosy. It was it for the finality of it at all. Since the authorities failing for the best seat in the house, this is the bonus. Thank again, Morgan. Thanks for everything. I'm sure Diane is grateful. Funny, I didn't even know her name. Something matter? No, sorry, it's just I was mad when I left the apartment. I know she was good. So when she died, that was an insane so I can't imagine she was in pain. But I can guarantee she was dead before she hit the ground. No, I know, but I just thinking that she must have died angry at me. That she must have died hate. To tell you the truth, Carlos, there's something I've been wondering about myself. What is it? Something I noticed in the arcs that I didn't quite understand. A piece of puzzle I couldn't fit anywhere else. But maybe you can make sense. What is Where did you find that? The pills organizer was found on the victim. She had it grasped in her hand when she died. Obviously, the police added it in the arcs, but it was quickly ruled irrelevant. It's like it contained three Prexason, described to help mothers with phantom issues. They're small tablets, and those are tricky clubs for a pill organizer. It would be hard to handle with an anesthetic hand. No one will ever know that she was feeling when she died. Even if they did, feelings are complicated. You can feel angry, happy, sad all the same time. But far as facts are concerned, it would appear that she died. What she was doing was setting out your medication for the week. To my eyes, anyway. Long night. I was too far out just now. Practically rubbing in his face. It's not like I care about his feelings. I thought I ever even see him again. But overstepping like that is for food. When avarice invites a downfall. Why did I even bother? It was the last piece of the puzzle, I suppose. I just need to show more restraint next time. So there won't be a next time for heartbreak. The gun is exhausting and there's no more bullets left. There won't be a seventh victim. There won't be any more victims to pursue. The media will move on to the next session. I will move to my next MO. And one found you. District Attorney Rockford. Sorry, can I try that again? I'm so fried. By all means. Counselor Morgan. Morning, noon, or night, you're always so put together. Thank you. I don't get it. Do you sleep at night? Do you do white noise aromatherapy? Whatever you're doing, I need to steal it. God, I must have bugs under my eyes, Lord. Dark's enough for the dumpster. Assistant District Attorney Emma Rockford. The prosecutor, the lawyer who argues for the state in court, trying to prove the defendant's guilt. And despite her sometimes kept appearance, she's probably the sharpest person to fill the position in case. I should know, since they haven't beaten her once. Worse yet, she has the remarkable ability to compartmentalize all that adversarial energy and only bring it out in court. Part of what makes her good at her job, and hard for me to read. Should I buy a new mattress? What what got you right at this ungodly hour, Emma? Well, actually, I'm here for you. Me? Your client was suspecting the Herbert killing. That's my case. Well, when you must have a relief finding out that you won't have to go to trial against me. No? Why would I be worried about going up against you? It's always the unintended bars with her. So you're not working with those detectives. Yeah, London as the new girl, Rachel. They are being reporting to me in preparation for the trial. Preparation for trial? That seems ambitious. I guess they gave you the rundown. They've been doing everything they can, but it's hard to catch a killer who lives becoming so little. It's hard to kill while living so little. So Regis told you that they had the HK killer and you popped out of bed all excited to run down here. Hardly. I haven't slept in 40 hours. Too much on my mind. So when I heard about the case with a single female victim shot to the heart, yeah, my ears perked up. But that's all about all. Oh? I mean, Carlos Platt. You're a serial killer? The same serial killer that has murdered the state for weeks? He's not using his middle name. He was found with a murder weapon. It can answer any number of ways. So maybe true, but then I'm glanced at the report. You glanced at it? No gunpowder residue on him on his clothes. Right. Too remorseful. Couple objective on that note. Whatever it was about. Dominant arm modded with document sensitivity issues. Never could have made the shot that clean. But not without getting close enough to leave the sports car. Not to mention there's tall for the ballistic entry angle. And probably too heavy to not leave imprint. You got all that from a glance? But I'm sure the compliment lawyer like yourself pointed that out at the minute you walked in here. Of course. Worst part is, she's not even being sarcastic. Yeah, that of course couldn't have been him. Long-term relation, physically imposing, argumentative, so not the type to bottle things up. He didn't match the profile. Profile? Yeah, the right story. You're probably never heard of it. I know what the goddamn profile is. A profile is a reconstruction of the criminal psychology of the crime. It's a fallen out of fashion for the last few decades. Not much to get about the why when it never stand the hundred of the who is caught on camera, or before they even leave the house. I've had to find some real puzzles and oddballs to get advice on how to get about it. I think I'm getting the hang of it. So this one is some kind of investigative technique. That's the cure. It's a crime that can tell you something about the nature of the person who committed it. Stabbing, overkill, points of passion, rage, lust. They probably knew their victim. Was on guns, tools, plastic can overburn the victim physically. And there's the thing you can assume about nearly all the series. suspended. Chocolate trap, your criminal records, pure nominals attached. There's a lot of recurrent themes in their stories. The thing is, HK doesn't leave evidence. So how much can his crimes possibly tell you? Ah, that's diligent, almost perfect. Highly intelligent, painstakingly organized, and with enough criminal connections to get his hand on the target firearm. It's rare to see her this animated outside the court. It's almost like she enjoying herself. She told her housecat who picked up the scent of a mouse for the first time. A lone wolf, educated, but all her playful lethal instincts coming to life. Probably overqualified and undervalued. So I'm not thrilled about the fact that in that metaphor I would be the, you know what I mean? Definitely. And considering the marksmanship, the detective said that HK would have needed insider information on optics. So doesn't mean the heartbreak law is in law enforcement. Never in 10 billion years. Oh, antisocial, independent, despite the authority. That'd be like styling a plane for a job in a merry-go-round. That'd be kicking kids in the head for the first full rotation. Right, that's exactly how I put it. There must be some connection to the police, though. Maybe secondary or tertiary? These types can't help but insert themselves. I do not IMS. I don't do anything even resembles that. She does. He did. Wait, if HK is not a cop, how did they know about the blackout time? Crime meta statistic analysis, probably. Pardon? Take the emergency response time from across the city and map them out. Look for brief spikes in delays. Sort them out in depth. Sorry, technical, I know. But all the records that is fully available. With a map, a spreadsheet, and a calculator. Anyone could reverse engineer the timing if they wanted to. That's is such an unpleasant thought, you know. Well, at least the server maniac will slow down now that he lost his weapon. He didn't lose it. He chose to leave it behind. They tell me he's confident that he can do just fine without it. And it just makes me even more sure that these aren't his only kills. Where are the other shootings with the CMO? No, no, not that I have found. Other victims that fit that description? No. I'm not overly focused on the victim's appearance anyway. I mean, these six victims all look like each other's, but they also look like a lot of people. That's true. Hell, they kinda look like me. Oh, do they? Sure. What? You don't see it. I hadn't thought about it. Point is, no one kill, uh, no one can kill this cleanly when it's their first time. Even things that perfect is practice. So I know that HK must have a lot more than 6 occasions to practice Morgan. And that's why I think Herbert is a misnomer. You got something catching in mind? I don't think shooting them in the heart has any particular significance. If anything, it's a testament of their accuracy and their cold-blooded ability. The best possible use of a 6 and bullet. 6 kill guaranteed, no matter what kind of life support mod they were packed. The real signature isn't the bullets or the gun, it's the perfection. That's hard to wrap your head around. He's saying that 6 Mar was just a fluke, a slip up. Mistake? Exactly, a mistake. They got too clean, too efficient, and now they got the public attention. No wonder they're so pissed. Are you talking about the crime scene? Yeah, probably. The three they were for a loop, right? Wasn't what you said, I don't blame them. Whoever trusts the room doesn't like the smooth operator you've been describing. On the contrary, they don't follow. This was the last bullet, the last shot. The other 5 were perfect, so if anything was out of place this time around, they might have thrown one hell of a temper tantrum. You make them sound like a child. Childish, and cowardly, and two-faced. Someone who hates to lose almost as much as they love to win. Your profile tells you all that? That? No, that part's just this one to know one. So to summarize, you're looking at a cold-blooded perfection killer who you think has in a city with the 8th-digit population. Well, good luck. I don't need luck. I only need more information. Well, I'm sure the city will be happy to provide with some more resources. No, Morgan. I mean, I need more crime scenes. Oh, that's this. If Hartberg will come that way today, never catch me. Only way my net narrows is if they keep piling the body. Not very fair trade, is it? Well, it is. But good screwed over is given. It's a deal with the devil. To be fair. Woo! Okay, the run one's pretty morbid and detailed. I need to get out of here more, sleep more. Or sleep less, but harder. You think a higher thread count would help? Don't worry about it. I'm always happy to listen to you rant. It's a lot more pleasant than having to face you in the courtroom. Sure, but that's the adversarial process. So no hard feelings, right? No, no hard feelings. We're both just doing what we do. Huh? I could use a cup of coffee. How about you? Don't tempt me. If you fall asleep face first on the table, I won't take a picture. Okay. So don't expect it to make any difference next time we are at each other's throat. Probably won't change won't seem any more victim. In 2 weeks, the media will have to move on to the next station, and the police will have to move on to the cases they actually stand a chance of closing. It's what other people do. But Tema is different. You set aside and work on a dozen other cases, never bringing it down. But a private corner of that frustratingly sharp mind of her will continue to whittle away at it. Never forgiving, but never quitting here. I I can't afford to take my eyes off her. As long as that's the case, I may as well. Ah, fuck. Which means you're going to be living with my friend for a while. For how long? I'm sorry, I don't know. There's no need to look upset over it. My face barely moved. It may as well have been a blatant pout from where I'm standing. Yeah, like that. This friend of yours, they're trustworthy. Absolutely. In fact, hey, come on. Really, really educational. I think you could stand to learn a lot more someone like Morgan. Ugh. The big continues. Tatakai. You're the smart person I know, Morgan. When it comes to sleep, personally, I think it's proof of doing something that's flowing through the body. You're putting the defense of Bruno. We're at a crime scene. I think I can guess what's happening. I have never stolen anything, and it wasn't a real compromise. Work hard and the company will thrive. And after, I can tell you how many musicians I've seen screwed over by a big man and a fat signing bonus. That's not just a lawyer job. You dress like a doorman in the business too. Compared to the determining fault, the determining cause of death is like a breath of fresh air. The company wheels won't stop spinning for anything. You can hope to keep it quiet for long. But it's a million tests for like that death tournament. The heartbroken could ever stop themselves from killing. First, it's like the oath. I don't do anything out of the goodness of my heart. But when I take a job, I never help us. Um, we finished chapter 1, and I'm already quite sleepy. Next time I'm going to download it. Oh, results. Well, guys, thank you for coming. It was nice to play with you. The game was great, was good. I wouldn't say great, but it was good. Although it's not the first episode, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, thank you for coming and good night. Good night, man. Good night.